Ladies, gentlemen, and young ladies, the situation is becoming very, very serious side of Ivory Coast. Yes, the situation is getting worse. It's shooting now real on the security forces and Ivorian defense. What happened on the night of the 21st, on October 22nd, 2025, is very, very serious. It's very, very serious. It's never seen, and everything suggests that there is something really wrong, really not. It must be said that the demonstrations are taking place, continue in the most beautiful way. But if it was simply limited to the protesters who come out with maybe here are some dice, some wood, and so on, we could understand. But what the Ivory Coast has lived, it is very, very serious. What you see here in the picture is the Ivorian army vehicle. The army Ivorian woman was attacked. What are those who can dare to attack the army Ivorian? Are these the protesters? Who are these people? Really, ladies and gentlemen, in the framework of this conference, Geopolitics dedicated to current events international, this is the news that we are going to talk about. But before continue, agree to share the conference to the maximum. Share in all possible groups. The time is very serious on the Ivory Coast side. The situation is very, very serious. So according to the information which we have received, according to the image which has been broadcast, because these are screenshots from a video that became already viral, there you go, and which was even broadcast by the authorities because the security and defense forces are attacked, have even been attacked if afterwards we are told that the situation has been brought under control. But it is what happened is very serious. It is very, very serious what is even in happening. We learn that it was during the night from Tuesday 21st to Wednesday 22nd October 2025. An Ivorian army position has came under fire in the locality Dobodrupa in Gon district Dibois in Gagois. We're talking about Gagoy and Gaga. Does that sound good to you? Says a lot of things. We talk about Gag. So, for those who remember, there is a popular Ivorian music which was released where we said, let's go to Gaga Gaga, let's go to Gagoa Gaga. So it happened in the district of Gagnoa. So armed individuals equipped with assault rifles opened fire on the forces of defense and security. This is very serious, armed individuals. Who are these individuals? Who are they? And these holes, what you see there are the holes of the bullets that pierced the vehicle, Land Cruiser. Who are these individuals? Were armed protesters. Who was he? What's really going on? SO. According to the authorities, the response was immediate. They opened fire. The authorities responded immediately, and this forced the attackers to retreat. So they retreated, but that means that they could not put hand on them. That means they are still in the nature with their weapons. They were at the how many? Who were they? Who mandated them? They act on his behalf. What? What do they want to do? What is actually happening? Situation remains very tense and very confused on the Ivory Coast side. Pray to God for the Ivory Coast. We do not want to see the Ivory Coast in the situation it is lived in the past. I say it and I say it repeat. We want peace for the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire. I call for peace for Ivory Coast. Let us call for peace in the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire from Ivory Coast. There. That's our word order. Peace. And here on the platform of awareness raising, we do not let's just give the information and ask the questions we need to ask ourselves to enable the world to understand this, which is happening on the side of Ivory Coast. It should be remembered that we are a few days away from the presidential election. It is necessary to remember that there have been demonstrations started a few days ago where protesters say no to a fourth term by Alassane Dramane Ouattara. And this time, the protesters seem to be extremely determined. Every day that passes, they are still angry. No, they are everywhere. You showed pictures yesterday where they have burned down a toll bridge, and then he continued here to break everything, to block. The movement is called Let's Block Everything. Finally, the movement is headless, nor that, if we can say so, since already those who have shot at the vehicle, we don't know who. If only the authorities had managed to get hold of these people, he could know who gave them the mandate. What does he claim to be? Group? Why are they do that? So then, according to the information we receive, there were no injuries. No injuries were reported outside of about 10 bullet impacts on the military vehicle, which is there of type Toyota Land Cruiser. So the authorities indicate that the situation is currently under control in the whole area and information is safe sources. And so this is the headline news on the side from Ivory Coast. And unfortunately, no media talks about it, the Western media and all that. Almost no one talks about it, not even on television. Ivorian has not yet had to speak. There, once again, I didn't want to play the video because there are questions. There you go, we shouldn't get tired for copyright issues and so on and so forth. So the real question which arises, but it is, who is behind this? Who is behind this? What's the deal? Who are these people? And they couldn't get their hands on them and they retreated. That means that they have withdrawn. Withdrawn for jump better to do what? What is happening? Prepare. The situation is going into a degeneration in Ivory Coast because that's where individuals allow themselves to shoot, to open fire on forces' security. And then with real bullets, it must say that is to say the crisis has reached its intolerable threshold, ruthless and unforgivable, as I like to call it. Yes, the situation is very serious on the coast side of Ivory Coast. We don't know how it is that elections will take place, and the worst, even it's post-election. That's the worst part. After the election, Ouattara will be declared the winner, and then the others will continue to oppose the fourth term. And there, Ouattara will put in place, as now president-elected, he will seek to restore order. He will put in place repressive systems that are not working, say their name. And in these systems of repression, what will happen? He risks repressing it, and it will to poison the situation and everything, which leads to believe that Ivory Coast really risks finding himself in an unwanted and undesired situation desirable. I call for peace on the side of the Republic of Ivory Coast. I call for dialogue. That's what it's about, what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I come back to you very soon the hour with new news. It was the voice of your humble servant, the Samouraï.